Hey, what's going on? Hope everybody's doing well. Well, this is not really um, officially an instruction series, but I was asked this morning to paint, or at least how to draw a lotus flower. Lotus, I think it's called lotus. So, um, Madonna might stroll in. They might be watching um, RVGJ and Jim. They're almost rolling into New Jersey, going back home. So they were pretty much on all morning, early morning. Um, so I woke up late and I knew they were on way earlier than when I got up, hitting the road coming back. So when I caught up with them, they were 50 miles past Albany, so they didn't have much longer to get to New York or to New Jersey. So, but all right. Uh, it's gonna look a little dusky to you because daybreak is kind of settling in, and plus I got this off green color here. Okay, if need be, I'll pop on the other light and brighten it up a little bit for you guys. It's an off funky um, green color here. Okay, so hopefully everything's running pretty smoothly. From what I can look at, it is. So anyway, the flower in question, uh, this time I was a little more prepared. And you guys can take a look at the flower. She was really concentrating on the flower, not really much anything else. Okay, um, so that's the flower itself. All right, and this is just one I've just picked. All right, um, it's pretty much in a bowl shape. Right now, you're concentrating on all the petals going in different directions and whatnot, but it's fairly um, a bowl shape. Don't know if I'll keep those same colors. Um, I'm deciding that as I'm talking to you. Anyway, that's what it looks like, okay? All right, bring it back. And, in case you guys still might want to see it, because I might keep it like this. And if I do, I can always pop this in there. Wrong one. Let's see if it'll let me show it. I had it there before. It might not let me do it. Oh yeah, it will. What am I doing? I'm doing it wrong. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can do it. So I just forgot. If I do want to see the thing while I'm talking to you guys, or you guys want to see it, it'll pretty much look like this. All right, I'll just pop it in there like that, so you guys don't have to see my face. You just look at the flower. All right. So if I want to do it that way, I'll just do it that way, and you guys get to see the flower. Okay. And then I can just go back to the photo, and I can see it over here on my side. All right. So I can pretty much do it that way, so it's just a talking head. All right. Okay. You know what? Larry, since you're here, send me her address and I'll pop in a few pieces of art. Send to Gretchen. So, actually, I was looking for Larry's photo, the one he had gotten for me. I was looking for that to be there. actually. But let's see. Hopefully you guys can see this with a white pencil. Okay. Like I say, it looks kind of funky because of the green color and everything, but hopefully you guys get to, once again, get to see it. So we're gonna get started right on it right now. Whew. Okay, so first off, we got this nice little bowl shape here. Okay. And you break it off into pieces. The petals are pretty much separate. And once again, it's kind of in a bowl shape, all right, or a saucer shape. I'm not really gonna concentrate on the petals down below the 3 you see down there. What I am gonna concentrate on, which will set up the rest of the petals, are the 2 cupped petals right in front of us. All right, one slightly above the other one. All right, and you should see it there. All right, the one that will be easiest for me to sketch out right now, and it will judge the size of the entire flower. As a matter of fact, is the one on the lower right hand side. We'll start out with that one. All right, and as I'm looking at it and I'm judging if on my canvas if this is the direct center. Okay, right here. All right, like I said, hopefully you guys can see that. I know that the petal is slightly past that center over here somewhere. All right, and I can just do a little bowl here, and then right here, and it kind of goes up into like a little V, right up around there. Curve, and slightly higher curve, slants down, and goes in like that. So that would be number 1. Okay. Now, like I said, that mark will determine the size of the rest of the plant, to which I might have made it a little too large, but we'll see. A little bit past the center, the second petal kind of slopes like that. A higher little peak there, and it comes down around in here, but actually it connects here, so I made that too low, but that's easily corrected. I just come back over here and bring it there. That's where it's supposed to be. All right, now let's say if you made an arrow like I did, that's okay. You know, you can take soft eraser, just erase it. Okay, like that. Now if I want to shorten things or whatever on this one, I can do that also. So the time for correction is pretty much like now, if you want to do all of that. All right. Okay, let's go up above the other one right here. I see where the where it is in relation to the rest. So if I do this and maybe stop it here, I know that the tallest petal will be up here, so I can stop right there and just put it right in there. And it's like right at the mid of that notch. All right. Okay. Now we have another one. With this petal here, we got another bowl shape right here. All right. Now, as I'm looking at it, it's like drawing a big tear and come inside right about there. That's the top lid. Then we're going to come here. Something like that. Now this actually cuts off right about here. All right. For that bowl shape. And I just get rid of that. So I'm handling each one of these a step at a time. Like I say, you might not see it. It might be a little, light for you. Okay, hello, what's going on? So what I'll do is that I'll finish it off in the chalk pencil. I'll probably use a stronger pen or something to mark it so you guys can actually see the thing. All right. So we got these two. We got this guy here, the bowl. All right. We got this fella right here. Now you have a little gap in here between this one and the other petal. Okay, and I know that the height of it will be somewhere around in here. I'll place a dot here. Well, I'll just take it and swing it in. You handle each one like that, and we'll just lightly sketch it in there like that. Okay, because we have another one, the tallest one, which will be up around in here. Okay, and just like that, and then the other one in there like that. But it comes, you can bring it pretty much straight down like so. All right, we have yet another one, but we're going to go on the other side now. The other side has a petal like this directly on its other side. So as I'm looking at it, I'll bring it here. And it just kind of comes and curves in. So you're drawing a lot of forward and backward letter C's. Like that. All right. We have one in the inside. It's very light. As I'm looking at it, it comes here. Little slender guy like that. But in here, the petals fold over. So you come here, make a little curve, make a little dip like a parrot's beak, and you just come out. That's the little inner fold there. And from there, right out here, you got another fold that comes around. Now actually, it's actually halfway as I'm looking at it, so no problem. Just take it, correct it, bring that line halfway in there, like so. And now you have another one like that. All right, so you got the two outside guys. You got this one, you got this flap, that one's behind that one. You got this one over here. This one is behind the other, behind these two. All right. Now you do have another one. Oh, right here. Come on out. Little peak there. Got it here. You just mimic it. Got a little peak right there. Okay. You have that one would mimic this one that's bent over here. You got a piece of one that's a little more on the greenish side right here, and it comes up and around. This one's got, well, nah, it's pretty cool. I'll leave it like that. Just like that. Remember, you take each one a piece at a time. Okay, right by this notch here, you got one. It almost looks like a long spoon. All right, slender. It does. It looks like a spoon. Kind of comes and dips out like that. So you got this one, this one, this one. You got these two. Okay. You got the flap here, which corresponds with this one. You got these two that correspond with each other. Then you got this one here, that one, and then the one hanging around in the bag. Right in here, if you do an oval like that, where the center part of the flower is, right in there. Now that we have that established, see, you do it one leaf at a time, and you put it in correlation to your other leaves. Now, if you can't see that very well, I'll darken it in. I think I've seen that too when Toma won the knife, which was pretty cool. That's very nice. And then, you know, it's got its little nodules and stuff up here, but then you got a lot of stringy tendrils hanging around all out here, but that won't come too much later. Okay. All right. Now that I've did that, right? Once again, I'll kind of go over it again. I started off with this one. You judge where the, that was second. I started off with this one. Okay. So I'll sketch it in a little harder for you. So we started off with those two guys. And you're just starting off with shapes. You follow me? Now these little notches will be the center. Okay, it tells you where the flow would go with these. Okay, and if that one would go in, that one's pretty much. I'll redo those so it makes sense. Cause they got these little these lines to them. This one, it's a kind of a dip. This one's straight. This guy, it's like that, and then the other lines will go corresponding in other directions like that. So there's a center point to these guys. Okay, then I've done this one. Remember, they're all kind of shaped like a spoon in a bowl. So the center is right here with that one. Okay, and each one of the other ones correspond pretty much the same way. Okay, so this one I think came next. All right, and there's its center. All right, this fella here, and it's obviously dipped downward because this is the inside. This fella, self-explanatory. This center is pretty much direct that way. Okay, that one. This one here, there. Let's make that more of a leaf shape like that. And its lines, once again, pretty similar like the other one. This one here, which corresponds with this guy. And they all got this weird kind of spoon shape to it. Okay. This fella here was the one that's bent and turned towards us right here. Is the tip. That is this, but bent over. All right. Then you got all of these leaves are like little wedges. Okay. So hopefully you guys get to see this now that I'm really pressing down on it here. It's more of a wedge. We'll straighten it out there. So as I'm looking at it more and more, they are wedge shaped, so I can get rid of some of this extra stuff, which is no big deal. All right. And once again, center, 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 center on that one. We got our whatever that is there, and then we got our little tendrils all on the side. That's one big fat stamen, if that's what it is. Okay, but pretty much like that. All right, once again, it is like saucer shaped, but you really won't be able to tell until we put the striations and the strokes in for the flower. All right, okay, Larry. Thanks for coming by. Oh, we got our square back. Oh, you guys can't see the square, but I got the square back on my picture. On my monitor, there is no flower. It's just my picture. But all right. Once again, she's not really concerned about the giant lily pad looking things that are hanging around out there. So I'm not going to concern myself with it too much myself either. Okay. But that's essentially your lily. Or what the hell is this thing? I forgot what it is now. What is this flower again? What did I say it was? Oh, I forgot. Lotus, that's right. It's a lotus flower. But that's essentially it. In its little bowl shape entirety. So the whole thing goes in a circle like a bowl. Okay, if these were the tops, it would look like that. All right, and then it would just roll around. Okay, and then its center would be there, so it would look like a big saucer. All right, and it's just imagining it and drawing in between it. So when you come upon a flower that's open like this, with petals going all over the place, you key in on the 2 petals or 3 petals that are like centered with the flower itself, which would have been these 2, and then you would do your reference. These will be your reference points for every other petal. Okay, and it pretty much fills itself out. All right, I'm trying to remember if I even painted a lotus before, and I may have. I don't remember, but I don't remember in recent few years that I have painted anything like this. I just don't, quite frankly, remember. To be honest with you. Okay. All right, but that's what she looks like here. All right. Okay. I want to more or less center this guy and kind of make it a little more interesting than just plopping a flower in the middle of a green background. All right. So I see that there are lily pad looking things going on there and whatnot. So what I'll do, just to keep it interesting, I don't know what I'll do afterward, but I'll keep it pretty somewhat interesting here, is that the water is kind of dark, brackish like looking stuff. All right, which is cool. That's cool. And I think I'm going to use that to probably frame this guy in a wee bit. All right. So since she's not really interested in the larger leaves, all right. So what I'll do is design a water kind of pattern, like that, and we'll come out here like this. All right. The leaves are kind of a funky looking, giant heart-shaped looking deal like this, and then it comes back around like a little, well, little lily, well, big kind of lily pad-ish looking deals. And so what I want to do, maybe I'll have it like that, and then maybe have one come to a point and spread out like that, like this one coming that way. I'll circle this around and have it come this way, and maybe, who knows, I'll keep it kind of oval like this. All right, and this will just be all dark stuff here, and I just want to frame in. This is what the X's are for. This is be pretty dark in here because I want to frame the flower. So the X's you see is what will be pretty much a deeper color. I'm gonna pop on the light here because it's getting a little dusk, overcast out there. All right. Almost the same like a lily pad, yeah, pretty similar, yeah. So yes it is. Oh, I got this thing on top message. Bear with me, guys. Put on all message here. Let's see, is Madonna here? Oh, Madonna, do you have the link I can pin up there? Oh, never mind. There she got it. Of course I did it wrong. I don't know why I do that to myself. I'll get it right. There we go. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Might be the way I'm touching the thing, but who knows? All right. So we're gonna probably darken a lot of this in. I'll use some kind of deep, who knows? This makes a color. Gotta mix plenty of it. As you can see, I took some of my charcoal paint I got tired of staring at, and I just used the rest of the tubes and just put them on there. And what I don't use, I'll just wrap it up and we'll just wear these right out. Okay, phthalo blue, ultramarine blue. We got the sap green. We got rose madder, burnt umber, and we have yellow ochre. That's what you see down there. All right, all right. I am a glutton for punishment, but I don't really want to use that. I'll just use my regular old-fashioned titanium white, the titanium white I prefer anyway. Here's the thing about the titanium. I can just put it right here in the center, because my saucer will be able to cover it for whatever I don't use. So I'll just put it right there. Okay. Actually, this is kind of off the beaten path for me a little bit. I'd say this was a direct request. So, oh yes, I have been asked already about the panda. I didn't get an answer yet, but someone did ask me about the panda. She asked me if nobody inquired about it, let her know. So nobody inquired, so I let her know. The panda's all done, it's all varnished, and it's just sitting here right underneath the Canadian doggy. Okay, let's do something with this water. This poor brush, I've beat it down like an Egyptian slave, but I'll use this. It's a 3/4 inch brush. All right. Let's go into our deeper brew. We'll just take this deeper brew, we'll put it right about here. We're gonna go into a little bit of brown. We'll put the brown right in there. And it's gonna kind of gray it out a little bit. I'm gonna need much more than this, no doubt. No doubt. I don't even know why I played like that, but I'm gonna need a lot more than this. But for right now, we'll work with this, okay? All right. And I'm going to just go right here toward its edge. And we'll just solidly paint this in. I'm going to come around its little leaf parts here as close as I can. Like that, and just fill in. And what I'm doing, once again, is working in reverse. I know I won't be able to get everything with this brush. We'll get the majority of it, all the big stuff. I'll use a round brush or something similar to get the little nooks and crannies. I would have been on a little earlier, but I had to do some errands, of course. So I had to take care of that and make sure everybody was cool before I continued on with this. But I'm pretty sure you guys know how that goes. So, all right. So, all right. I just gotta be mindful to see where I'm at exactly as I'm doing this. If you guys got any questions, let me know. Put them in there. Once again, I just wanted to use up the Chocola paint here. I want to try their gouache because I heard good news about it. So they haven't really contacted me much, so I haven't really been bothering them either. So. Madonna. Yep, I did ask for it. Cause I don't believe I seen you when I did ask for it. But yeah, Linda, I think sent it up. Okay. So I'm still looking, checking out things and making sure. Okay, a little bit here. like I say, get as close as you can to your initial flower. All the rest of the guys here are, you know, just filler. The lily pads here, just more or less filler, like I said. Now, this lotus is not a rose. You really can't paint it like one. But keep in mind that it does have spoon-shaped petals, all right? So it'd be pretty interesting to represent those petals. Like I say, this is not a common flower I do, but it was a request, and I will honor that request. And it's a good break from the panda, I guess. Because I didn't know really what I was going to, yeah, I do know. I was going to do the cityscape at night. Yeah, I was going to attempt that. At least I have an idea for it. It will be definitely something different, but we'll get to that in time. So the person that I'm doing this for, I hope they understood the way I did it. Because usually when you have a subject that has petals all over the place like that, all right, you get lost in the detail. Because you'll see a little more than what you're supposed to when approaching something like this. Once again, you key in, well, you got to see it on my finger here. You key in on different, on two of the subjects, and then all the other points kind of come in off those subjects, and it kind of draws itself once you know to do it in that fashion. Okay. And that's just one of a few ways to freehand sketch a subject. I can't say flower, but a subject, because you can do many subjects like this, just not just the flower. All right. You could have done the grid method, but that's a session all in itself. I don't know what takes longer, doing the grid or even painting it afterward. All depends on what you prefer and what you like and what fits you the most. What might not do well for me, you may love it. You know, the grid method's pretty cool. Time consuming to get it done. Because one, you got to put the grids there, and then mathematically, you know, depending on how large or how small you want your subject on the canvas. And this is canvas also. This is actually canvas I should be doing acrylic pours on. But because I know that this is like a one subject deal and whatnot, I just chose to do this. I really didn't want to do it on anything bigger. So a long time ago, a few years back, I did something similar to the instruction series. And I think I painted like leaves. Just leaves. I think I did the Canadian maple leaf and some other leaves, but I just did leaves. I think I had posted something similar. What do people want me to draw or paint? And a subject of leaves came up, and then I did those. And I'm trying to think if I even have them. I think they may have been sold. All right, now I'm gonna start using a smaller brush, I think. Now canvas, obviously real paint canvas, it does have a different feel to it. Okay, yes it does. So, and I did primary it with the green. Okay, I'm done playing with it like that. We use a smaller brush. With the two little X's we got over there. Once again, this is me more or less free handing this the thought patterns with all of this, because they're not really interested in the lily pads themselves. I'll take a, you know what? I can just take this 1/2 inch. We can do it with a half. Well, I'm looking. Yeah, we'll do it with a 1/2 inch brush. I think I got enough here left to complete it. I think. Let's get a little water. I think we got enough here to kind of work this out. I hope. I'm about to find out right now. Okay, it's not much. Hopefully my head's not in the way. I'm actually surprised that I even had enough. Surprised myself. Okay. Looks like we're gonna actually do it here. I think that's it too. Okay. I do believe I got them. Yep, I do believe I do. All right then. Look at that. Well, Marilyn, I can understand that. I did do the grid at one time. I think I did it once or twice. I thought it was helpful, but I wasn't really feeling doing all those grid lines. And then you have to erase them. Yeah, no. It's a patience thing. It's what I don't have, at least for that anyway. Okay, cool. We did it. We got it. Okay. All right. So now, once again, she's not really concerned actually about the lily pads themselves or whatever the hell these leaves are. I don't think they're lily pads. They're monstrous leaves, but I don't think they're lily pads. The lily pads would be the kind of like these guys, but they're not. They're some kind of giant leaf. So since we got this bluish color on here, blue, brown, whatever it is that we got here, we have to let it totally dry, which is cool, you know, whatever. Okay. I'll mess around with a few of the lily pads and everything. This will be the centerpiece. Okay, so we'll paint what we got to paint around it. All right. Okay. So we'll do it pretty much that way. All right. We'll use a thicker brush. Okay. We'll go with we'll go with all of this glob of green that I have here. Just giant mass of green. Sorry, I know I hit the camera. We'll pop some blue in that green and we'll just mix it up here. Alright. We'll mix it up in here. We can do a little bit more of that deeper blue in there. We'll just mix it around. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Get that edge back. And we'll come here. Alright. And we'll come around in here. Now, even though she's not really concerned about the leaves here, I can't paint it like I'm not concerned. So we'll block it in and we'll make it look passable. There's something floating around in there. Okay. Pure paint, no water or anything, just all the charcoal paint there. I'm controlling my hand pressure also in doing these. And you see me painting like this, I'm wiping off the paint off the upper parts of the brush. Then I can use the head of the brush to fill out and straighten out, smooth out. All right. Get as close as possible. I'll go in one direction so it flattens out. All right, like so. And the center of this guy is right there. Okay, all right. Let's get some more paint. Hey Mike, how are you, sir? My goodness. It's good to see you. Hey, we got a special guest today. What's going on, Mike? I hope you're enjoying your President's Day. I woke up really late and I missed hosting it today. Well, Mike, I have been requested to paint a lotus. And I don't remember really, I think I may have painted one of these before, only once, I believe. And I think that was a request too. I've been requested to do tulips, lilies, I think one of these. Trying to think of what else. But yeah, I had a few like special requests and stuff. And like I said, the panda, I think the panda more or less has been spoken for. Well, the individual that wanted me to do the panda, that she's a panda freak anyway, and she must have at least 3 paintings of mine of pandas. But then she got some from other artists, including my instructor that passed away. She got one of his also, which is a beauty. I knew it was his just because I could recognize his work, and I knew it was his right away. But she has all of the panda paintings on her wall, like a collage. And it's really nice. And so right now, I'm just blocking in these gigantic leaves. And if you notice, I didn't really put a center to that leaf because I really don't know where the center is on that leaf. I just put it there. I guess we'll figure it out when we get to it. But we'll get this squared away here. All right. I'm using a brand of paint that I did sample out, and I guess it has its uses. I'm not really. I'm still a diehard Grumbarker guy, and it looks like I might have to order that stuff online, unless I spend the money and just get the you know how they come in 4 or 6 packs and stuff like that. But we'll see. And I'm not a big fan of Hobby Lobby, but if they got them, I'll go in there and take a peek. I never did yet. So, and I love their titanium white. But Michaels doesn't really carry them strong anymore like that. I don't know why. And they got rid of the Ross stuff. Yeah, that stuff is history. Okay, we're gonna make our rounds. We're making our way around to the pad number 3 or so. 3 or 4. Once again, I'm just blocking all of these guys in right now. And it is a nice mixture of, I think this is a phthalo blue in the sap green there. And this is actual real canvas. Tiny, but it's the actual real canvas. I'm actually using the canvas I do my acrylic pours on, if I'm not using a canvas panel. Okay. Okay. Once again, control your hand pressure when doing them. Even though these are leaves that are not really super important, don't paint them like they're not important, because it will show. All right. You know what I like? Because she knew I'd asked to do it anyway, is to put Michael's link up. Mike. I don't think he goes by Michael, but Mike. I know about 4 or 5 Mikes. It's funny. This time Mike's watching me. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't he at work? No, it's President's Day. Nobody really is at work. I think that's why the throughway was kind of crazy. But I think they went the back roads were out. I'm talking about Sonia and Jim. Just by the route I hear on their GPS, like they're taking the scenic route for real. Alrighty. We're getting there. In doing what I'm doing now, composition wise, you see that the lotus is being really framed right dead center. Okay. On purpose. Because that is the high point, that is the centerpiece. Alright. Now that I got this paint on here, we'll lightly just overlap the strokes, just even it out a little bit. Okay, come over here, do the same thing. It'll flatten out. It will flatten out. Okay, all right. Okay, once again, I'll come down here, I'll show you, here's the center for that guy. Here's the center for that guy. All right, who knows where the center is in that one? Technically, the center is here for that one, but I think we're gonna end up creating something over there. Well, who knows? Who knows? Okay, at this point in the stage, we'll just let it dry. All right. I was also discussing in some of my earlier chats that I beat my brushes pretty severely every time I use them. I do treat my paintbrushes like Egyptian slaves. All right. Okay. This is a very compact. This is compact. The image area here is very, very compact because of the screens here. Okay, because of these two guys, the image is compact. So if I wanted to change the screen to where it's just this and that thing right there, the painting would be about, it would really stretch out. Okay, but I did it like this because I wanted to show what the flower looks like. All right, which is up there on the upper right. Okay, actually my face would be on the upper right. It's still there. It's just that the flower is overlaid on top of it, because you really don't need to see my face. Linda, we had a few of those too. Yeah, we had to either use their last name or something, Usually the Mike that we know that was there the longest, or that we knew the best, would be regular Mike. Then everybody else would be, B, C, or D, or something like that, All right. So we have some of this done. I can add a little bit of, do that because we're just having a little fun. We'll add a little bit of 3 dimensions to these guys. I'm trying to see which way I should go with it. All right, let's just take a little touch off. Oh no, let's try this. Let's just try some ochre. All right, we'll try ochre in this. Maybe not. Ooh, put a little white in there. This is real titanium white. That fake stuff I got, ugh. It makes a good base color for something. But man, what a disappointment that was. Okay, we're gonna come here. I'll use the tip like that, and then we'll strengthen it out like that. Okay, something like that. We'll put a little line there. All right, so we'll try to get some little 3-dimension here. We'll thicken it out here and come on around like that. All right. Right now, I'm just playing with the here. We'll come here. Stop it there. Come around here. Get a little thick here. Okay. And we'll come here thick. We'll thin it out. Like that. Okay. Come here. Okay. So we'll give them a little bit of a surface. How about that? The water's fairly dark, so we'll obviously just light up the surface a little bit. Maybe a little heavy here, and it just comes to an abrupt stop right there. Okay, so we'll come here, fairly thin, and we'll kind of broaden it out around in that area there. All right, and we just leave it be. This one is left to its own devices because it's pretty much right on top of us. All right, okay. All right. Oh no, no, no. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I won't regale you with that nightmare. I'll behave. I'm done. Let's take some brown. We'll put it right here with this blue. We'll take some of this blue like this. We'll just rub it in there like that. I'm done. I won't do it. I promise I won't do it. I'm over that now. Until the next subject pops up. We're gonna just take this and we're gonna darken up that center line like this. Alright. We'll darken this one even though it's like a 1/4 of an inch. It's alright. We'll darken it anyway. We're gonna come here with this fella. Sometimes I'll use just the corner of the brush. It all depends. Alright. Come here. Add a little bit of love right in here. Okay. Alright. Let's take some real white. Alright. Directly underneath that dark blue, we'll add some of that. Alright. We'll keep it on this side. Just like so, for right now. Okay, let's take, I have eliminated my original script liner brush because it was really, on the old side there. It was a little raggedy. Let's take some of this. So let's dip some more into the, now this is a script liner. It's not you know, the largest brush in the world. We keep it at an equal consistency. We'll roll the brush around here. All right. Okay. Yeah, Mike has fantastic work. He has a very interesting and unique style. I enjoy it. We'll come on that way with it. We'll come on the other side. Now, I'm not entirely on the darker edge of this. We'll throw in these veins all willy-nilly-ish like that. Maybe come around there. Okay. I'm doing it very light and bright for a reason. All right. This one's not going to really have too many. We'll just have to come up here and just have it spider out that way. And we'll have one here. Well, the script liner is not really known for holding a whole lot of paint, so beware of that. Okay. Something like that. We'll come here on the bottom. We'll get them. Some nice little vein things happening there, like that. And we'll come here. Like so. Get a little bit more water. You can always tell when you're running out. I want them fairly thin. That's fine. Roll your brush around, get as much paint as you can. And remember, this paint is not, it's very ink-like. Alright. Like so. We don't have to start directly across from each other. Just like that. So we'll get a little of that going on. I know we don't have much happening on this side. Bring them out that way. We'll have a piece of something hanging up there like this. Alright. Okay. Let it tack up a bit. You let it dry. Get some more water. Go into the dark, deep blue stuff right in here. Get plenty of water because this is not the largest brush in the world. Okay. I'll bring some of that on the outside just so I can travel a little bit here. Alright. We'll start right here. And we're gonna go. Think about it here. It's just gonna look better if I do it this way. Directly underneath the bright color here, we'll give our little vein some shading there. Alright. We'll come this way. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. So I don't know if you can see it properly. I could zoom in, but you guys know I have a penchant for forgetting that I zoomed in. Alright. Like so. We'll put it this way towards us. Like I said, hopefully you guys see me doing this. And it's just adding a little dimension to these guys. Now, technically, I'm a lefty. Technically. And so I should have started from the right going back. But I've never been one to really follow those rules. Because when you train yourself to do it a certain way, it just all of a sudden becomes natural. And you don't even think about it. But actually, if you're doing something like this, and if you're left-handed, you start from the right, go to the left. Don't go from the left, go to the right, because then you'll end up, you know, scarring up your, you know, yourself and putting prints where you don't want them, and it just sends you right to the bin. And you don't want that. So actually, I should be self-conscious and do it when I'm teaching. Okay, but once again, this is like ingrained in me for the last 50 or so years, that, you know, doing it the way I'm presently doing. I'm just too used to it. You know, we're gonna paint, as I'm mumbling here, we're gonna paint some textures on these little pads here as I'm doing this. All right, right now I just wanted to get these going here. All right, let's thin out that paint a little bit more. Go back to your chat here. Hey, Sonia. Yeah, once Jim said where you guys were, I'm like, yeah, they'll be home soon. You guys made incredible time. I must commend you. And on the back roads, you made good time. You know, over the hills and through the dales to Grandma's house we go. That's the route you guys took. Or talk about the scenic route. That's one heck of a truck. Take those hills. Nice. Yeah, I usually, well, I used to anyway. I used to take those treks. I might be taking a few more soon. So, okay. As I'm looking at it, I should put some back there. Even the smallest ones, I really can't neglect them because I know they're there, and my eye will be drawn right to it because I know I missed it. So, you know. Well. Hello, how are you, Tamara? Yep, this is a request, an early morning request, as a matter of fact, on how to pencil in a lotus. So that's why you see the lotus on the upper left. All right, my face is actually behind that flower. But if you want a close-up deal of what it looks like, let's see if it'll do it here. It should. There we go. But that's what it looks like. All right. So I'm debating even right now if I should keep it that reddish color or whatnot. But the lily pads aren't really that important. She's not really interested in that. She's really just the flower itself. Okay. But that's what it looks like. All right. And it really is how to draw it because of the petals. And it's a bowl shape. So that's what our attention is on. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you had a good time. Yes, our special guest, Mike Trapp. He's in there lurking and looking. So, yeah, it's good to have him. Okay. So as I'm looking at things, and looking at things, and looking at things, I think I'm going to play with I got something already in my mind to do. So I'm thinking if I should do it or not. I am contemplating it right now. I'm thinking about it. Well, as I'm thinking about it, let's put the veins on this one on the bottom. But I'm still thinking, I'm contemplating it as I'm talking to you guys. We'll see. like that. Clean off the brush real quick here. Now Michael Trapp paints on very, very, very large canvas. Okay, so him seeing me paint on this is like me painting on a postage stamp. You know, just saying. All right. So I'm just saying. His last painting that I seen him do, which I think is Kappa Station, is what, 5 by 6 feet? Some ridiculous size. It's a monster. It's the size of a living room wall. He had to just about transport it on a Greyhound bus. It's huge, but it's beautiful. Talk about detail. It's ridiculous. You know, but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. But thank you, Mike. Break time. Of course, I don't have my patented coffee with me. That's no good. But here, okay, let's go back to my webcaster, because it's time for me to take that back out. Okay, and then presto changeo. Here I am. Hey guys. Okay, I can show you this. Let me pop this on here. If I put this on regular mode, and it's that wide, there you go. That's what it looks like, guys. Okay. All right. Let's slide that over a little bit there, and you guys get to see here. Okay, that's what she looks like. Let's press the focus. I know I'm pretty much straight with the focus, but there. All right. Okay. So that's what she looks like. And I've never really tried to see if this would work. We're about to find out right now because I'm curious. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it does. Well, look at that. There you go. All right. So that's what we have. Okay. Now, you guys, I can only see this on my what do you call it here? On my OBS Studio. I can't see this on my 50-inch or on my 45-inch screen, and I can see it obviously online. But now you see how I did it and how I broke it down here. I'll point to it there. How I broke it down. You see the pedal here. All right, but we first started with these two. Once you start with something that you can recognize as the center point of whatever object. Right now the object is a flower. Okay, everything else is in relation to these petals. Okay, everything else is in relation to what you have here. Then after you do that, okay, after you well, these were second, but after you sketch them in, everything else is points in relation to whatever object you put in, and then boom, there you go. And the proof is right there. Okay, see? All right. So that's what we were talking about, and that's what she wanted to know. All right. Thank you, Mike and Tamara, Marilyn. 24 by 32. Okay. No. Yeah, that's what you would call lunch bag size for Mike. I have a few. Actually, no. I have oh, Sweeney, I know it's pretty late for you. Oh, Sweeney, it's 5 o'clock here. Okay. It's 11 o'clock at night for Sweeney. All right. She's at hour 23. So, hell yeah, it's late for her. Okay. So, yeah, I can understand that. Which is unfortunate. I mean, she's on extremely early for me, and I'm on usually kind of late for her, you know. Well, when I was oil painting, I oil painted on 18 by 24. Um, yeah, 18 by 24 because I learned under watching Ross, and Ross was 18 by 24. Okay. Sometimes he would do even bigger. Sometimes, but it was usually 18 by 24. I think he did it larger when he did his 2-hour series and stuff like that. He'd do larger ones. And I got a few videos where he went an hour and a half when he did really detailed paintings. I got a few of those too. I think he did a painting of something in the fall time or whatever. It was nice. So, and those are the ones that they never aired. Those were ones that you'd have to buy. When he passed away, DVDs were just like coming out and coming into popularity by the time he passed away, so they were on discs. But most of them were on VHS, obviously. And I really should get me some coffee because, well, just because. But what we're gonna do next is we'll shade in the leaves down there. Okay, I can make this disappear. I don't need to leave that. Let's get that out of there. Make it disappear. There we go. Okay, so. Oh, she has a doggy birthday party. Yeah, you have a good night. Yeah. Oh, Tamara's just making breakfast. Let's not pay attention to Tamara. She's making breakfast. It's early in the morning out there in Australia. Yeah, Mike, I got them all. They come from all over, bro. All over. Oh, somebody in here sent me something. I don't know if they're here or not. They sent me a interesting lady that does paint pours. I don't know if she's relatively new or not. Cause her numbers are pretty small, but she does some extremely professional, beautiful work. Really nice. So, okay, we're gonna add in nice light little highlighting shades to these lily pad looking things here. These giant leaves. They're on the dark brackish water. We're gonna add a slight kind of a short slight reflection on them, and then we'll add some cute little water lines. Give a little bit of motion to this darkness here. Okay. But I really should get me some coffee. I really want some coffee. So if anybody got to take a little bathroom break or something, go for what you know, because I'm going to put my little swirly thing on. And let me get my coffee ready. And then we'll be back to playing this. So I'll be right back. Okie dokie then. I'm back. Alrighty. Let's see. Hopefully it didn't freeze. Let's see. Because it's looking mighty choppy there. I will return shortly. But because remember there's a slight delay on my internet side though. I should be popped back. There we go. Alright. So alright. Linda, the largest painting I've ever painted in my life was 11.5 feet high and maybe 48 feet long. It was almost the size of a tractor trailer, the trailer part. And it took me 7 days, 8 days to do, something like that. Yeah, and I did it in oil paint. Pure all oil paint. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So that was fun, and that was the largest I've ever painted. Okay, so let's dry brush some cute little light spots on these leaves so they look like they're at least a little bit more alive. Okay. All right. I'm just watering up my filbert brush. I'll show it to you. Mr. Filbert here. This brush, it costs about $6 or so. That dark tip is dark on purpose. Okay, that's the way it did come. All right. This poor guy's been ravaged too. Yeah, I sent it through his paces. Let's take a little bit of yellow ochre. We'll take yellow ochre. We'll put it in this stuff in here. All right. All right. And then we'll add some white to that. Lighten it up a bit. There we go. That should be more than enough. Okay. Once again, we'll just dry brush this stuff on here. So the paint that I have caked on a brush, we're gonna wipe all that off just about. All right. We'll start right up here in the upper corner. Let's pull back a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, wasn't that much to pull back, so we'll put it right there. Okay. And we'll take a little bit of this, like so. I'm going to take a smaller brush and we'll scumble that in there because I got a lot of paint on this brush. You got a short window to do a lot of this. All right, because see, it dried that quickly. All right, but that's okay. That's okay. What I'll do, there we go. What I'll do is I'll, should have dipped a little water in it, that's all right. You start off with a high point and then you just kind of fade out the rest. And if I have either too much or too little on, I can always come back. Now this is where I would probably add a little glycerin to this to soften up those edges. I still can if I really wanted to. But let's just try a little bit of water. There we go. You got an extremely short window for this. Okay, and it's just a little water. You wipe a lot of it off on your brush or napkin or something. See, I can activate it and bring it. See, I can make some of that disappear. I'll borrow some and bring it over here somewhere. take a little touch of water. We'll come over here. Now this got a little bit of water in it, so I can fade that out a little, like that. I can bring it a little closer. Bring it over here, bring a little line of that there. All right, and fade it on out of there. I'll put a chunk of it up there. So I'll get a little water here. We'll just kind of fade out the rest around in here somewhere. Now we'll start over here. Just a little bit of dry brush. Okay. Now, if there's something about it, I don't particularly care if I can dial it back using the other colors. So I can always go in reverse when I do stuff like this. Alright. So you know that I'm on canvas because of the familiar scrubbing sound that Mike usually emulates. I don't have that type of singing voice. And it's just the tip of my brush in some paint, and then we'll fade out the rest. And like I said, if there's something in it I don't care about, it can be dialed back a bit, and I'll show you. I see some spots I can mellow out a tad. Matter of fact, a little bit of green. Go back to our green and brown mix. All right, a little bit of this. Wipe some of that off. Like that, we can dial it back a bit and return some of this. Just to smooth it out a bit in spots. I'm gonna say you can always dial it back a little bit. Smooth it out. And basically it just softens up some of the harshness there, more or less. So it's up to you how much of this you want to put on. Well, it's really up to you how far you want to go, how far you want to take it. And you're just working in reverse. Kill some of that too. Just to tone it down a little bit. There you go. Yeah, brushes have a sense of dread every time I come around. Gee, I wonder why. Right up around this area here. I dipped into a little brighter white on this one, but it's okay. Borrow some from here. I'll come over here with it a little bit there. Borrow some from here. Once again, I just use the tip of the brush, get the brightness on there, and go scumble the rest. Yes, scumble is actually a word, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm going into the other flower. It's all right. It is okay. I promise. It's okay. Uh, Sometimes they don't care about nobody's wrath. They're just like, yeah, bring it. And then, mysteriously, they always end up in the pail. They always end up in that bucket that says Utica dump. Mysterious. Almost conspiracy theory. Like, how they just end up there? Or I just put them in a bag and I just take one of my Sharpie markers and say weather balloon, and I just, fill the bag with helium and put it in the air. The Air Force will take care of it. Yeah. Let them aim their, earn their paychecks.
Somebody who could save him instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I want to be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts.
I'm dipping my brush in a wee bit of water. One stroke across. And we're coming over here. Oh, you guys can't even see that. Sorry about that. And I'm just painting really some bright stuff in between the veins. I just didn't really want it a flat, just a flat green color. Okay. Well, we got some things going on there. All right. I'll take the wedge brush because it is small. Okay. With this little fella over here to the upper right. This is more with water and the paint, so I can manipulate it, move it around a little bit before it dries up. A little touch of paint just to brighten it up a little bit in a section. Come over here to the side, gather a little more paint. There we go. Wipe off my brush. Fade it out a little bit. So be mindful, work a little quickly, because you only got a short window for all this, all right? Teeny tiny little window to mess around and get your shading and whatnot. Each medium, each surface has differences in what you can and can't do. So what you can do on watercolor paper, you can't really do on canvas. All right. Vice versa. You'll figure that out the more you do it. All right. Okay. Let's bring this guy back. Oh, we'll bring it back over here. All right. Let's straighten up that focus one more time. All right. Well, thank you both. Whew. Alrighty. So let's put these little fellas back over. We'll put them back over here. I got a bad habit of putting them back by that camera. Okay. Coffee. Now a lot of that shading and fading I could have done easily with glycerin and such, but I don't want to, so I didn't. Okay, we can play with a little touch of. This is the time I'll use a little bit of glycerin. Okay, so we'll get a little bit of downward reflection on these guys. I'm gonna take some glycerin, very thin amount. Now, glycerin operates a little differently on canvas, much like liquid clear would do on some oil paintings. We'll just come down here. Now, glycerin, as you know, is quite reflective. We know that. So you should be able to see me do it. It's real thin amount. Just rub it in there real fast. Of course, your surface has got to be pretty dry. Your painted surface got to be pretty dry when you add this on like this. Okay, and it stays wet for a little while, so it won't necessarily really evaporate on you. I don't need to use all of this all over the place. That's not necessary. But you see, you kind of scrub it in like so. So it, once again, very thin amount on this. Very thin, and you can see where I'm putting it at. Once again, now once you varnish this thing, you'll never even know you've even put the glycerin on there. One is going to evaporate and dry by the time that comes. That happens. Right down here, you really won't see much of a reflection on that guy, but down here with these fellas, you will. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with it here in a second or two. All right, just something like that, real fast. Okay, let's go into our weird green stuff here, just like this. We're gonna come here, okay, and go down. Keep it as straight as possible too, if you can. It doesn't matter if I go over the plant's gonna be painted over anyway. So that is not gonna matter. Ooh. You're gonna come here and do the same thing straight downward though. Straight downward. No curve in or out, straight down. Like that. Very simple. Straight down. Straight downward. Just drying off the brush. A little tricky here, but here we go, straight down. Little to the left, little to the right, stuff like that. All right, take this, go straight across like that. Well, we'll come here and let's start from here. We'll come here. Look at this. Bet you didn't expect that coming. Oh, we'll come. Keep it horizontal. Keep it horizontal. Bet you didn't expect that. Something like that. Well, come over here and add a few bits of love over here. Come over here, add a few little things of love over here. There, see? Little water lines here and there. See that? Isn't that interesting? Bet you didn't expect that happening. Okay. So if we make this disappear for a second, you get to see it totally. All right. So that's what we have so far. That's what we have going on. That's our background. All right. No problem, Mo. Make an extra plate for me. Okay. So. What's making it hard to see? What happened? Well, thank you, Marilyn. Ironically, it's not really the subject you came to see, but but I had to get the background in. The coup de grace is to it's for the plant itself. Okay, so I'm still debating what color to put it. I mean, I could have it be as deep red. I could do it that way. Mike may have split. I didn't hear from Mike, so Mr. Trap might be out and about. I just put a little touch of, let me move my coffee cup, of put a touch of rubbing alcohol here, just to clean up this stuff. We're gonna be moving on to the flower fairly shortly. Okay. And I'm just cleaning off a spot. And I'll take a tissue, wipe clean the other stuff there. Okie dokie. Keep putting my coffee in the wrong spot there. Okay, we cleaned up a spot. I can probably maneuver this flower so we can all see it. Whoops, sorry about that. Actually, let's just move it over here. There, no fuss, no muss. Let's get the focus one more time here. Alrighty then. I'm still contemplating on the color, more or less. I'll put my photo back up here. Now my photo is over here on the OBS screen. It's not really where you guys can see it unless I put it back there. You're not necessarily going to see my face. If I want to put the flower up there, I could. Okay, so it's really up to me. I may just stick with the I might just stick with that maroonish pinky red deal. Who knows? Okay. But for right now, what I am going to do is throw in. Let me see. Let me think about it first. Hold on. Yeah, we can do that. Just for right now. Let's. I really don't want to use too much glycerin, but I'll use a little bit. I'm gonna use a little bit of glycerin all up in here. There's a reason for this. One, the glycerin will help in the blending and such. Let's take some white first. I'm gonna take the white all up in here, like so. I actually can bring some of that white out here too. We'll fade it and play with it later. There's no glycerin up here, so what's gonna happen is just gonna happen with the with the white. That's fine. Really, I just want it around in here for right now. I can put a little bit of that love right in here too. Right now, I'm just blocking in the color. Well, for what's needed for right now anyway. So I'll throw the white in there. No glycerin here, just white. So I'm actually looking at a few things as I'm talking to you. We'll put in a little bit of glycerin. We'll put it right here. I can take the glycerin and I can move it around. Actually, I can just borrow some of that white from here. I'll just put it here, so it's all good. Something like that. I can soften this a little bit. And so it's the glycerin on the brush going back into the paint. I can soften that. See? I can just soften all of that. I'll just come around in here, around the edge here. We got some of that glow down in here. It's just a little bit of glycerin and titanium white up in here. It just gives me a nice little base to add the other coloring. Okay. The only colors that it's not going to need white much is these two. Okay. Green here, greenish here. A weird pinky white green mess over there. So right under here, I'll just kind of scumble it with a little bit of, this is the glycerin doing this. Glycerin and a slight touch of white paint. That's giving me what you see right now. Okay. A touch of white there. Kind of move that in there. Something like that. It's actually more than that, so let's get some more white. I'll put it around in here, get a touch of glycerin, and we'll maneuver and move that around. It's not going to be as white as you think. There'll be another color here. But I need that base for this. Then you'll see as we move on. Okay. Not much needed here. Needed a little bit here. Definitely needed some here. But we're going to go to... let me get a little touch of this and see if that'll make it. It should. I'll use it up anyway. Well, anyway, up around in here. Alright, something like that. Right? Alright. We'll take some of this dark yellow and we're going to come down in here in a rounded fashion. Okay. Keep it rounded. And basically that's what I'm doing. Just keep it rounded. It is yellowish up here. Right up in here. Okay. I'm working on the inside. I'm gonna go with this bright white right up here in this corner. Once again, I'm taking things in sections. I'm just not going willy-nilly all over the place. Now, I'll start to do things in sections. I'm looking to see where I need to concentrate a lot of this white. I'm over here, more stark, bright white here. All right. And I'm going to really fade that out very lightly. I got too much white on my brush. Remove some of that. And just like so. Now the glycerin's helping me out here. All right. You take it a section at a time, take it a piece at a time. Now you're building up your brighter tones and such. It's like this flower is glowing from the inside. So anything that's pretty much stark white, like this, all in its corner, okay? And then I will take it and very lightly just fade it away. But it is intensely bright, pretty much all in here. And just look at what you're doing, look where you are with things, okay? I know it's brighter here as I'm looking at it, and I brush up at the direction of the flower where it's going. So I know where to put the really bright white at and fade it away, okay? You take it a petal at a time. A petal at a time. I'm gonna dip my white paint into a little bit of glycerin here. All right, because it's fairly bright in this area right here. Put it right in there. And you're going up and out, out. All right. It can get a little confusing for you if you don't handle it a certain way. All right. So just be careful, be mindful where you are and what you're looking for and where you're going with it. We only got half white here. Okay. I'm gonna wipe off my brush right on my lap here. And we'll go half into the paint, half not, and get you a nice little transition tone. Like so. Let it fade and everything. All right. Okay. So I'm looking now, one here, deep here, not necessarily here at all. In here, got that yellow stuff. In here, bright white, all in here is this weird bright glow. In here, it glows a little bit more. Okay. No. It's bright under here by this bowl. All right. Not here. A little bit here. So we pretty much got a lot of that brightness that I'm talking about. Okay. We can take a little bit touch of green. We'll bring it right here. A little bit of white right now. We'll lighten this up. All right. Okay, we're gonna take some glycerin. Go into the paint right here. A little glycerin into the paint like that. All right, up under here. As I'm looking at the leaf here, I'm dragging this green out. Drag it out. It's right at the tip. to right about here. I'm going to take a slight touch of glycerin, like right on the corner there. And it's time to fade this out this way. Come in here, get half of that going right in there. As I'm looking at it here, there's a little patch that's got this reddish thing happening to it. And leave it just like that, let it dry. All right, let's take some green, a little darker green, right up under here, a little darker under there, just a little bit. And I'm just, blocking it in. I'm looking at it as I'm doing it to make sure I can cover our, how much of it covers, and it covers the majority of it here. And yes, I'm scumbling the color in there. Okay, just like so. All right, we're getting there with it. A little bit of white, go back into this green. All right, the glycerin might still be a little wet here. We're gonna find out right now. Okay, you got this light greenish white happening here. And we do have our glycerin still working, which is why you see it turning that off whitish green. But you need this, all right? And it fades into that white a little bit, like so. Okay. All right, whatever's really greenish, and that's it right there. Okay, we'll leave that be for a second or two. Let's take our red, we'll put it right here. Take some white, pop it in there like that, a little lightish. Okay, like that. All right then, a corner of glycerin, just a corner. We'll start the one right here. I'm just looking to see where. Okay, right in there. This is pretty much solid. Pop it in there. Now, there's glycerin on this, so it's going to stay for a little while, okay? All right, right in here. And I want to get basically a lot of this paint off my brush. Actually, that's what I'm talking about. So I hope I'm making sense to you, Marilyn. You take this one petal at a time. Okay. One petal at a time. Okay, I'm gonna wipe the rest of my brush off. Go half and half. Fade that out. Yeah, I know it's green under there. It's all right. Like that. I'm gonna go to get a corner of white. Okay, right in here. Okay, right in there, right? I'm gonna wipe off my brush. And in between that white and red, just pat away. Pull it out there. Just like that. Put it back over here in this corner a little bit. Wipe off my brush. All right. You're gonna get a little bit of that white pinkish stuff here. Your come in over here, you can add a little bit of that love here. Fade it out. It's under here. I'm just looking where I need to aim this stuff. And your strokes will be rounded. So you're rounding this stuff off, like so. Remember, handle it a section at a time, best you can. You come up around in here, and it kind of aims in this direction. Okay. We'll sharpen that up a little bit. Once again, you break this stuff up into its equal parts. I'm just reading the chat. All right, where are we? Let's just start with these right now. These two fellas here. Let's go a little bit darker. Okay, we get the role matter. Right at the tip, right at the head here. It's got this cute little line right here. Once again, you don't see me really do flowers too many like this. Now, right at its point here, right here, it's a little thicker here, and you're gonna follow a line trail here. Okay, so it's kind of in. I'll use the corner of the brush in this area. When you corner the brush, it gets kind of stipply. Right in here, there's a little guideline there. We're going to follow those little guidelines, little stipples there. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take my brush. We need the edge of the brush. I can use a strip liner for this, but I'll just use the edge of the brush here. This is how you get your guidelines to your floral, to this particular flower anyway. You do it at each one. Okay. Here, it's shaded here. The lines kind of disappear around in here, get really thin. All right, okay. Something like that. Let's go back to, well, no, let's get this demon room going. You got a little bit of a curve. I'll use the tip of the brush, and you guys see me here. I have to go this way. It's thicker here, going actually went downward there. Gets a little thinner there. More little stipples in here. this little cute little guy. Well, I should really do it with the thinner brush, but I'll just use the angle. These little faint traces. Almost like the underneath of a whale. Let's get a little bit of water. Now I'm looking at the trail lines of these flowers here. Is it? Yeah, it is. As I'm looking at the stream, it looks like it's going pretty smoothly, so nothing's jumping around. Okay. All right, where are we at here? Got this little tiny touch of red on this fellow. Right at the tip here. Ugh, still wet over there, so I gotta be careful. Right here, a little tip of red. Right there. That little speck of red is like right there. We're gonna go back into our whitish pinky stuff. Okay. We're gonna come over here where it's kind of white there. I'm gonna clean up this brush. Get higher in the middle. And we'll work back down below. Something like that. With the white, we're gonna go in reverse here. Use the same flat brush. Crap. Well, I mean, I can. Why not? It's just in reverse.
6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right. In the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time. Yeah.
So essentially, I'm doing the stripes in reverse over there. Okay. underneath here.
Get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say.
There. All right. Now it's not really that dark. Not really that dark at all. But I'm going to take some pink. I'm going to reverse. I'll do the stripes in reverse. But no, it's not really that dark. But I will go in reverse like you see me doing here. Like that. So I'll just keep it in reverse. All right. Once again, do every single petal as its own little thing. All right. And it's nothing you can really, as you can see, you can never really rush it, especially if you do them like this. And I'm doing a representation of it. I'm not doing a photograph of the thing. Okay. As long as you got the general look of this flower, all right. Cause nobody mistaken it for anything other than a lotus. I'm going back into a little bit of lighter green in a section here, just to lighten it up in one section here. All right, and back and forth, right here, back and forth, right up in here, and it goes back around, straight here. Back and forth. All right. Okay. It's got this funky red at the edge again. Once again, it's just me giving a representation of what's going on with this guy. Well, I mean, all right. Let's go this way. Okay. Pull this brush toward me, both sides. Keep a nice thin edge to it. And you go with the trailing of the leaf there. This is the ones in the center. And you go back the other way a little bit. And it's only on the edge of this guy. That's it. So some things you'll paint, some things you'll see kind of doesn't make any sense till you look at the whole picture. Okay. And at least look at the whole picture. Right? And you'll see kind of what's happening, where it's going. As I'm looking at it and looking at it, Okay, we got that guy there. Oh, we still got our bright pinkish going on, so we're gonna get some of that going. A little touch of glycerin here, only a touch. We're coming over here now. Let's get this one done here. Right here. Okay. A little deeper red. Once again, handle each petal one single unit at a time here. Okay. I'm just looking at the details of how far I have to go with certain things. All right. All right. Okay. Let's go back into our white, go back into our little pinkish, go back into a little bit of glycerin here. Just a little bit of glycerin. Right in here. Put it right in. And I'm gonna brush this lightly down into the white. Like that. You can come and do it on the other side right here. And once again, go with that deep red, and you handle each petal the same way. Thick here, trailing downward and go thin back over here. As I'm looking at it, it's got these characteristic lines going through it. Now, as you see me do, I'm using the corner of the brush. It might be a little daunting, a little intimidating for you. Keep practicing with it. Keep going. Okay. So just keep practicing. Keep practicing. I'm going to give a little bit of thickness to the bottom petal here, so you know that it is separate from the other guys. There. All right. I'm gonna come here. Little thick line right here. Okay. Just put that in there, separate it. All right. We got a few more to do here. Oh. Oh, it stopped. Okay, I'll get to it. All right. Let me just do these in this row. I got them here. Got another one right here. necessarily too much with that one. All right, we got a little bit of a heavier one right here because it's underneath. So it's thick and it comes in, goes straight down like that, and then comes around here. All right. Actually, that one comes down pretty, because that yellow, so it comes down right about here. Okay. If I heard any American bullfrog croaking, they're going straight to the pot. All right. Just like those geese over there at Sonia's little camp goose. Camp goose. Sonia's geese are pretty bold because they know they're not going to get eaten. So they have that nonchalant attitude. What time is it? 6:18. All right. That means I'm missing my news. Okay, let me step away so the TV is off. And it has now become dark outside, so I have to put, I guess I can have you guys look at that. Let me close my screen windows off, all 12 of the 16 of them. Let's twist the blinds here. Okie dokie. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here now. All right. Oh, hey Fatima. Well, there's never really one truly quick way to Now, why do I start a sentence and then take a big swig of coffee? Can someone explain that? Anyway, there's never really one true way to quickly do anything like one of these things. You end up cheating the person asking you and cheating yourself. So it's best not to even attempt that. Just go for what you know with it and try to explain it the best you know how. All right. We're gonna go into our white, go back into this pink, get a little bit of glycerin here. You can use water also if you don't have glycerin. Okay. A lot of that glow is coming from here. Follow me. So all of this, no, here, all in here, it does have that white, pinky stuff happening. Put it right at the edge there, and it fades into the brighter white. So we're gonna work that right here, and for the next few petals, because this is where the glow is happening. So you need the pink stuff here. All right. Okay. Get a touch of white right down here, and take that white, go up into that pink area. And as you get into the pink, you just lighten it, lighten your stroke. Lighten the stroke a little bit. And you're gonna have kind of a glow going on here. All right. And you're gonna do the same exact thing. We'll go back to this little pink stuff here. Once again, here, let's get that little more pink there. Okay, you can do the same thing right in here. Get that pink going right in here. Yep, you guys can see it. My head is not in the way. All's good in the hood. All right. And bring that downward, feather it downward. Okay, like so. Now that petal, that flower is behind. That petal rather is behind the other petal. So a little touch of white, that might be too much, but we'll work it just like that. Go up and into the pink, like that. Like so. Okay. We're not done putting the lines in there, but we're just getting through everything else. All right. This here, this is the folded petal right in here. All right. I can do that. I can take advantage of it. Put the bright white right in there like that. It is bright white in there, and it goes into that yellow. Don't try to overwork it, you just kill yourself. All right. Okay. Where am I? Where am I? At this guy here is mostly a weird pink color anyway. That will be this guy. He's got a lot of pink in him. He's turned. He's a little different than the other ones. A lot of pink in this one here. This particular one. I think it's just the way he's turned.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train.
Before I do that, you know, yeah.
I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, it's happening next year.
This guy's a little different than the other
No
ones.
coming in second, this life is a lesson. He got a new engine from it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression.
All right, that's my brush. Yeah, he built a little different. This one here, bright white. It's definitely down here. Handle each petal as its own entity, and you'll find yourself a whole lot heavier.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him. Instead of searching inside for what they gave him, a strong will, strong mind
Yeah,
causes
this one's a
mayhem.
little,
We could change the world, change times, rearrange them.
turned. This one's like, you'll see. That one's turned a little different though. All right, let's go into this fella right here. No glycerin. Gonna need a corner of glycerin here. It's got this whitish pink thing going on here. Once again, that glow. All right. It's coming. Down this way. And it comes downward. Like that. He's got his lines and everything going, but it's a little bit on the pinkish side, a little more than that. And we'll get some more of that pinkish color in there with him. Now obviously the base color is white. Okay. This one's the oddest one because it's more green than anything else. Okay. I'm going to take out, take the same brush here. I started out with it, I might as well end with it. Alright, yeah, I'm getting a lot of that brown. Same thing here. Now I'm doing this with the edge of a flat brush. If you feel you're a little more comfortable with a script liner, then use the script liner. All right, use what you're comfortable with to get these done. All right. Oh, just check out the chat. Okay. Very different flower for me, definitely. Definitely. Okay, let's get a little touch of water. We got an oddball right here. Yeah, this one's at a weird turning thing here. That's an oddball, but it is what it is. It is a weird one. So if you encounter something that seems a little off or weird, but it's in the painting, put it in there. Put it in there anyway. Okay. All right. Now yellow ochre is a little on the dark side for this particular flower, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of lemon yellow love here. Okay. We'll put the lemon yellow right about here, a little dot of it right there. We're just about almost at the 98% mark here. We'll put the got it. Okay. Okay. We got some bright yellow love right around here. We're going to semicircle right here. Thank you, Tamara. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get a little touch of titanium white. Just a little touch. I'll pop it in there real quick. Okay. As we're winding down with this, we're gonna go with a little touch of white, a little pinch of green in it. little touch of white here. I'm just looking at how far I should bring this. Okay. Now wherever the curve is, that's how I'm doing this. As you go towards the center, the curve gets a little straight. So you got more of a curve here toward the center straight, then more of a curve going underneath. That's if that white is going down that far. And it's not. Let's get some white, a touch of red. All right. Very, if I can get it in there strong enough. No, little water. Little water. You got almost little micro bits of red going in here. Not too much, but you'll see little stints of red in that green. Those little patterns here. So it's more like a dry brush of gray. You barely see it, but it's in there a little bit. A wee bit of it is in there. You got a little bit going on in that lighter flower, but I won't put too many of them in there. It's like really, little bright on this side. I won't put too many of them in there, but they are in there. My flower is a little deeper in its color than the other one, much deeper. Let's get we'll use a round brush. Some water and a little touch of titanium white. And a little bit of lemon yellow in there. I'm gonna go here and brighten up this edge right in here. Like that. Something of that sort. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use a white around the edge of that. So, all right. As I'm checking things out here, okay, something like that. Y'all having a venison party? Is that what y'all doing? Y'all having a venison party? Mm-hmm. Pick her up right on the corner of Sesame Street and Elm. All right, let's get our brown brush back here. Let's put our little nodules on the top. I'll use this ochre. I don't know where to place my hands here. I have to be careful. Something like a better. I'm slaving over a swamp flower and you guys are eating dinner. Oh, the horror of it all. Okay. I'm going to our titanium white and our very bright yellow. Okay. All right. And we'll put the squiggles in. Ooh. While this is in yellow and it's hard to see it, we'll put in some bright white ones in there. There we go. You're gonna save me a plate. That's beautiful. That's just simply beautiful. You're gonna save me a plate of gristle and a couple of leaf ends and a toenail. Okay, well, all right, well, here's the original version. And here's mine. Obviously, we did some changes to it with the lily pad deal, put some action in the water, and all of that. Okay. But from blank canvas, blank green canvas to what you see right here, from beginning to end. So it took about 3 hours, and, you know, with little breaks in between, but. You're welcome, Marilyn. Well, you got the video there to look at, as long as you need to. and all that good stuff. I don't know what's in this pen that it can just write over glycerin the way it do. But you know, I'm not complaining. This thing is really letting glycerin know it's the boss. Funny. There we go. Papa signature on that. All right. Yeah. As usual, you guys know the deal. There be I'll take a picture of it. Gotta make a thumbnail of it. Since I did this in OBS, I don't know where it put this. I guess it can be in the instruction series. I'll make the corrections when I get on the other computer. It'll be on Instagram, it'll be on Facebook, make a thumbnail for YouTube, and all that good stuff. So it's a little different from what you guys usually have me or see me do. All right. Actually, this is more in the line of one of the two paintings that that are going up in auction. Actually, you know. Yeah. So anyway, guys and gals, let me clean this up while I'm on here. I'm gonna save that batch of paint because I know I can use it elsewhere. So let me scrape off what I really don't need here, and I can preserve the rest of the other paint because I don't want to waste it and throw all that in the garbage. But it was not really a lot of paint for me to keep holding on to in those this is I got some white paint that just don't want to let go. He wants to stay. He says, "Oh, I am a human, not an animal." Let's leave it anyway. Yes. Forgive the disturbing scraping sounds here. Okay, let's get rid of all of that. That's just gross. I'm really surprised I haven't cut my hand wide open messing with this blade. But there, I cleaned it up pretty good there. And I really had to clean up that area for those extra paints I have. I'll spray that with water. Where's my customary coffee cup cap? Put that over there. All right, someone has got a hold of me here. Let's see. All right. That was funny. Okay, guys. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't think I have anything else. Let's pop this back up where I'm used to seeing it. Oh, let's put this on the other one. So I know we're done here. Okay. One more time. Boom. There we are. All right. Let's take this and put it a little bit closer to me. Even though it's coming off the board because I gotta take a picture of it, I gotta varnish it and all that good stuff. So I'll have to wait for a little bit to let the glycerin dry. Glycerin's only in certain areas of this. It'll dry up quickly because it's only a thin layer. I'll take a pretty decent picture of this, post it up there. Let's see, anything else? Nope. We got 6 more days. All right. 6 more days until the auction, 8 o'clock Saturday evening. I don't get interrupted, and I hope I don't get interrupted. I got a feeling I get interrupted, but I hope not. We'll see. I shouldn't. In theory, I shouldn't. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you. And yep, please mark on your calendar. This is the auction coming up on this Saturday. What else? I think Tuesday. If all goes well with Bruce, I think he'll be on. Sonya may or may not be on tonight. She should be on any time if she is gonna pop on. I don't know if she's gonna do it with that long trip, but we'll see. She should be on in the next 7 minutes. But guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Be good. Be careful. Enjoy yourself. I'm gonna remove this image. I don't need it anymore. Good. And bye. Yes, I'm very sure you can go away. All right. All right, guys. Take care.